Hi guys, I am back. I am back. Make sure to check out my TikTok shop. Make sure to check out my shop. So a lot of you are mad at my statement and my comment yesterday. A lot of you are mad. And when I check out the persons who are getting upset and leaving nasty comment, they are transvestite. Transvestite. We don't hear that word often. Transvestite. But a transvestite is someone who put on woman clothing and try to pass as a woman when they are still a man. When they are men, they're not going through no hormone treatment. They're not going through anything. They grow their hair like 2 little inches and snap their finger and say, "Now I'm a woman." You're not a woman, honey. You're not a trans woman. You're not a trans woman. You are a transvestite. Okay? Now, a lot of you are mad at me. And this is one of them make a very valid point. Hear what they said. They said having a T on your ID will also insert violence. A T on your ID will also insert violence. Absolutely. I understand that. But I would prefer a T on my ID instead of an M. You understand? I understand if they want to separate, trans women from regular female. I understand that because we're not regular female. But if they're going to separate us, put a T on the ID. That's what I'm comfortable with. I'm not comfortable with the man on it because I'm not a man. I am more than a man. I'm a trans woman. I transform into something. Transition, transform into something. I'm a transformer. Some of you probably find that offensive, but it is what it is. Now, they also make a statement. They also make a comment and says, so if there's a T on your ID, does that mean that gay people have to have a G on their ID? You see how stupid some of you are? So fucking stupid you are? Don't know the difference between gender and sexuality? You so fucking stupid you are? I have to come here and explain that to you? I have to come here and explain that to you? Gender and sexuality are two different things. Why there need to be a G on a man ID when he identifies as a man? Make no sense. The same thing with pronoun. The same thing with the same thing with they, them, and all of that. They, them, and that is sexuality, and it should not be out on should not be out be addressing in public. That is for the bedroom. It's you're if you're a gay man and you feel like a top or you feel like a bottom, that is your personal business. That is, you save that for the bedroom. I don't need to know I need to call you a miss today or a man today because of how you're feeling. Because at the end of the day, when you take off your clothes, you are a man. A man. Now, if you take off your clothes and you have boobies and you have down there, then you are a trans woman, a lady boy. You see lady first, and then you see boy down there once you pull your pants down. Lady boy. So there's a huge difference. I understand that labels, I don't like labels, but I do understand that labels are important. But labels are meant to separate you. That's what labels are for. The milk go over there, the bleach go over there. You cannot put the soap on top of the meat because the soap would leak into the meat. So it meant to separate. Labels are meant to separate. And labels are meant so you can find something easier. Okay, easier. We can't call meat soap because it's not soap. Okay? So you get where I'm coming from. You need labels to know what you're getting. So, I'm a trans woman. How many times I have to say that? Do I like being a trans? Do I like being called a trans woman? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But I understand that it's necessary when identifying oneself. I don't even like. I hate the word cis. Calling a woman cis. I think it's offensive and I think it's disrespectful. And anybody call one my mom or something like that, I would knock you out. Knock you out. I think it's very offensive. So, because just because we are naming ourselves something else, we created something because we are man-made. We are man-made and we created ourselves. Now we need to put a label onto them when they were here first. What is wrong with some of you all? And I don't want to hear cis come from whatever thing, and it was in the dictionary and it was in this long time ago. I don't want to hear that shit. Okay? I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear. Back to Bruce Jenner. Some of you saying that I'm calling Bruce Jenner a man. I did not call Bruce Jenner a man. That 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 man went on TV and called himself a man. If you watch back the clip with his daughter, Kendall. Kendall said, "He's my father. I love him. He's my dad." And they sit down with Bruce Jenner, Caitlyn Jenner, and said, "What do you want us to call you?" I'm still your dad. I still need you to call me him, and I still you need to call me your dad. He didn't say call me mommy number two or mama or whatever. He didn't choose a feminine name. He said call me that. Caitlyn Jenner got Woman of the Year when she wasn't even a Woman of the Year. When there's a army soldier woman who went to war and lost both legs, and she didn't even get Woman of the Year. But you have this man crossing over into womanhood and get Woman of the Year when he hasn't even done anything for any community. Nothing for the trans community that he's claiming to be a part of. Nothing. All he does is insurrect violence to others of the trans community and running over people with his car and killing people. Now, Bruce Jenner become a woman because Bruce Jenner cannot cut it as a man. Okay, let's be honest and clear about that. Bruce Jenner is going out on his own and he's trying. He learned from the Kardashian the best at how to, be a strong woman. So he wanted to be a woman to make money. Bruce Jenner was going on his own. Who is going to listen to some old man as Bruce Jenner with no talent? He ran the triathlon He did the triathlon years ago. He have nothing. He doesn't have a job. He doesn't have anything that's going for him. What enticing about Bruce Jenner that you want to see? Nothing. So to be relevant, he become a woman. Now, there's a statement he also made in one of his interviews and said, if Kris Jenner did accept him as a woman, they would have still been together. That part really pissed me off. Because Kris Jenner married a man. She did not marry a woman. And you're saying that because you transition into a woman, she needs to stay with you when she's not a lesbian? She's not a lesbian. So how the hell you want her to stay with you? And I hate people like her that think because somebody don't want to be with you, they are transphobia. I don't know what you guys call it. You guys, there's a word you call it, transphobia, trans that. You make it seem that because somebody doesn't like you as sexually attracted to you as a trans woman, then that means that they're transphobic or trans this. No, people are entitled to like what they like. Okay? And somebody don't like if somebody said to me, "Oh, you're a trans woman," I don't like that. I'm fine with that. You are allowed to like whoever you want to like. Okay? And that is perfectly fine. But to insurrect transphobia and all of this stuff that somebody doesn't like you, I'm hating this type of these people that are crossing over to be trans and doing this and fucking up everything that we work so hard to build. Let's go back to the ID for a second real quick. The reason why they're putting male on the ID is so that they can arrest you. That's what most of you not understanding, that they're trying to lock you up and send you to prison. That's what some of you are not understanding. So let me explain to some of you trans women. They're trying to put you in prison. Prison, they're trying to put you in. Prison. Because when your ID says M on it, and you walk into that female bathroom and they suspect that you are a male, because that's what your ID said, male, then they can arrest you because you went into the opposite bathroom, the wrong sex bathroom, because your ID said men. Because if your ID said men, then you need to act accordingly to your ID. So you can be arrested. You can't travel to a certain country. You cannot go to Jamaica with M on your ID because you will spend 10 years in prison under the boogerism law with hard labor. With hard labor. It's called the boogerism law in Jamaica. Look it up. Okay? They don't need to catch you in the sexual act anymore because you transition into a woman. It means that you like men. You can't go to Dubai. So there are certain countries you cannot go now with M on your ID. Okay? So having the female on your ID was a pass to go into spaces, to go into other places that's not going to insurrect violence onto you. So this is going to cause a lot of violence. And that's why I am mad. I'm mad at hell. And I am allowed to feel the way I'm feeling. I'm fine with T on my ID. I'm fine with T on my ID. I'm okay with it. Okay? Somebody was talking about sexuality and said, oh, do they need to put gay on ID too? We're not talking about sexuality, we're talking about gender. Gender, not sexuality. Gender and sexuality are two different things. Okay? But there's only two gender, you need to choose one. It's either you're a man or you're a woman. You can choose who you want to be in today's world. It's the girl Purchase Lace. Make sure to check out my shop and purchase something. If you're offended, too bad. Love you guys. Go with God. Take care.